I had no idea he had reached so high in the social scale.
It is I who am scaling the heights, monsieur. Who has not heard of the great exploits on the battlefield of General Mondego?
My dear Count.
Monsieur le Count, may I present my mother, the Countess of Mondego?
Oh, monsieur, my son is still a child who plays childish games. He tells me we have a visitor and he refuses to give me his name. He says I shall be delightfully surprised. We have not met before, have we, monsieur? Whom have I the honor of addressing, monsieur?
Your servant, madam, the Count of Monte Cristo.
You saw her? She knew you?
She thinks she knows me, but she refuses to believe what she thinks.
And when she does believe it?
It will be too late, Princess. We shall move like the sword of the Lord with a terrible swiftness.
You love her still?
No.
She cannot influence you. She cannot dissuade you. Answer me, please.
No power in heaven or earth could dissuade me. No angel, no demon could keep me from my revenge.
Good, my lord, good. Remember, your revenge is my revenge.
Ali, the Mondego papers. Here for?
We have only to hear from the doctor.
Danglars.
We have all the documents, Master.
Good. The public sees Villefort as the loving father, devoted son, the faithful watchdog of the law. Danglars is the financial wizard, advisor to great fortunes, the lion who guards the nation's wealth. Mondego is the great war hero, favorite of the boulevards, affectionately called the Peacock for his many decorations. Well, we know Villefort is a wolf, Danglars a pig, Mondego a hyena, and we're finally ready to go hunting.
Good, very good. The wrist, the wrist. Good. Very good. You are the master now. I'm the pupil.
Put it back. We've had a devil of a time finding you.
People usually do.
6 years ago, you were sentenced to the galleys. The charge was smuggling. Escaped from the galleys, caught. Sentenced to life in the galleys. You escaped again.
Read on. I find myself fascinating.
You've been a thief, smuggler, embezzler, possibly an assassin, during the course of which you've learned to speak fluent Italian.
Perfetto, signore.
From now on, you are Andrea, the Count of Cavalcanti.
Am I?
You are the son of Major Bartolomeo di Cavalcanti, a descendant of the Cavalcanti whose names are inscribed in the Golden Book of Florence. You are very rich.
Good. I spend a lot of money, of course.
Of course. You will take apartments which I have selected for you on the Faubourg. You will have 3 servants. You will purchase a carriage, go to Baptiste for it, the horses from Devedeux. You will pay court to a beautiful young girl. I wish you to do it expensively. For the next few weeks, when you're not with her, you will be seen everywhere with me.
Ah, the Count accompanies the Count.
Precisely. Now, what is your name?
The Count of Cavalcanti.
Conde de Monte Cristo.
So glad you could come. It's a pleasure to see you, dear Count.
May I present my friend, Il Conde de Cavalcanti, whom you were gracious enough to include in your invitation?
Yes. Any friend of Monte Cristo, of course. May I present my daughter, Valentine?
Mademoiselle.
Monsieur le Comte.
Cavalcanti is in Paris on family business.
And he leaves his wife in Italy?
Oh, he's unmarried.
Oh. Have you known him long?
But a few days. He came to me with letters of introduction from my brokers in Rome. I know his family, of course. All Italy knows the Cavalcanti, who were rich when the Medici were peasant stock.
Shy to suggest, Signorina, but I would be deeply grateful.
Let us hope her fiancé does not take exception.
But my daughter has no fiancé.
She's not engaged to Albert Mondego?
Not at all, not at all. They're only friends.
My dear Count.
Two matters this morning, Baron. First, the newspaper, the Journal de Globe. I'm told it is for sale. I rather fancy owning a newspaper. Please arrange for its purchase.
Very good. I approve. Every man of affairs should own a newspaper.
Second, I wish to buy some Spanish government bonds.
In what amount of purchase, sir?
1 million.
In Spanish bonds?
Can the purchase be effected immediately?
Immediately, sir.
And confidentially?
With the utmost discretion.
It would not be wise for anyone to follow my lead in the market. I'm a gambler, not an investor. Good day, Baron. Tomorrow I leave for London on business.
Sir, please give my regards to that fascinating city. Though the English will never learn how to eat.
There are places. As you and I know, my dear Baron, money can buy anything. Anything.
Girard! Girard! Make out an order for 1 million in Spanish bonds for the Count of Monte Cristo.
Spanish?
And for myself, 1 million, for my private account.
Baron, Spanish bonds at this time.
When Monte Cristo buys, I buy. Have you forgotten the result when we followed his lead the last time?
Does he know that you...
Contact our most important portfolio, sir. Inform Dirigido and Beaufort that the House of Danglars recommends heavy investment in Spanish bonds. Well, do it! Now! The Count of Monte Cristo.
Is this your semaphore station?
Mine, I work it. I've done for many years, but I never have any visitors.
How does it work?
There is another one on the far horizon. That's my right-hand correspondent. And there is my left hand. When I receive a message from right, I transmit it to left. Thus, our messages from Spain transmitted all the way to Paris in a matter of hours.
A modern miracle. 3,000 francs. 5 years' pay if you relay this message to Paris.
But this is not official. You insult me, sir. It is an insult.
Impossible.
It is the official telegraph service, sir.
King Don Carlos has invaded Spain through the Catalonian frontier. Civil war is in force. Civil war? What will happen to Spanish bonds?
If I may suggest, sir...
Yes, suggest!
A quick sellout. The quicker the better.
That's it. Yes. Sell every bond. Now!
The moment the exchange opens, sir.
My reputation, the reputation of my bank. I invest my clients' money in civil wars, in cataclysms. Shall I have a client left tomorrow? You have another suggestion, have you?
Yes, make good all losses.
Yes. From the bank's reserves.
From your own.
You're insane.
I can place the order to sell now, monsieur.
What is it you want of me?
A little of your time, for which you'll be paid.
I am your servant, sir.
Your name is Caderousse.
It is my real name. How did you know?
You've spent 7 years of your life in His Majesty's galleys. You made one attempt to escape.
Yes. And if it were not for...
Your companion in escape. He played you false.
Faustino. My life is dedicated to one purpose. Find him and kill him.
Revenge is a sweet thing to live for, or die for. Sir, I have other pressing business which should take only a moment. Would it inconvenience you to wait outside?
I'm your servant, sir.
Monsieur?
Monsieur? Faustino! Faustino. God is sometimes good.
What black hole in hell did you come back to life?
From the cul-de-sac in which you left me to die.
Did you see? He attacked me. What could I do?
Take him to the police.
Do you know this man? Who are you? you, Monte Cristo? Who are you?
Take him away. One.
He is not of the house of Cavalcanti.
His name is Benedetto. His most recent name, that is. He is a notorious escaped criminal.
And he wanted to marry my daughter. He doesn't lack nerve, I must say.
He's an escaped galley slave, among other offenses.
Duped! He has duped us all, Sergeant, including the infallible Monte Cristo. A Cavalcanti, indeed. This upstart, this blackguard. He has insulted my very person, which compels me to prosecute this case myself. In fact, it becomes a moral duty.
Last rites, huh? I have not been tried yet.
Please go away.
Andrea di Cavalcanti?
Go away.
Faustino.
You? My blessed protector, will you protect me thus on the guillotine, huh?
You will not be convicted if you do as I say. Memorize the first page entirely. Familiarize yourself with all the other documents. I will be in the courtroom. Keep your eyes on me.
So this man, Andrea, Benedetto, Faustino, he assumes a new name for each fresh transgression, is no simple rascal, no petty scoundrel. He is a serpent of subtlety, a giant of cunning. But now, this murderer has been caught in the act, with the weapon in his hand, gloating over the fallen body of his victim. So you can pass only one verdict on the disposition of this miserable creature. Death!
Order in the court. Order! Order! Accused, rise. Accused, your name and surname.
Monsieur le Président, I will give my name last of all.
It's in order for the prisoner to refuse. Let us proceed. Your age?
I am 21 years old. I was born on the night of the 27th of September, 1817.
Where were you born?
At Auteuil, near Paris.
Your vocation?
Oh, I am a professional man, a forger, a thief, on occasion an assassin.
Have you a request, Monsieur de Villefort? Questions from the bench have been completed. All but one. Now, prisoner, now. Will you consent to say your name, your true name?
I do not know it, but I know my father's name.
Then repeat your father's name.
My father is the king's prosecutor.
What did you say?
His name is de Villefort.
Order! Order! Silence, or I'll tear the court! Silence! Silence!
The year 1817, Monsieur de Villefort entered a house at 28 Rue de la Fontaine in the village of Auteuil. His purpose? To keep there, hidden from polite society, a young woman. After a year of secret residence in Auteuil, the young woman, to Villefort's exasperation, gave birth to an infant son. Hours after the birth, the mother died. That very night, Villefort took the son, wrapped it in a cloth, and buried it alive in the garden of the house. The burial, Monsieur le Président, was witnessed from an upper window of the house by a servant. It was he who disinterred the body. Discovering it was still alive, he forthwith carried me to a foundling home. At the age of 13, I ran away from the home and embarked upon that distinguished career which has finally brought me, Monsieur le Président, to this court. The lease on the house in Auteuil signed by Monsieur de Villefort. The death certificate of Mademoiselle Émilie Goncourt signed by Hippolyte Fleury of Auteuil. A certificate from the same doctor testifying that Monsieur de Villefort was the father of the child. Deposition, testament, sworn statements, etc., etc., etc.
In this morning's paper, it might be advisable, sir.
No.
What is it, sir?
No.
Listen to this, Girard. It is without foundation that Le Journal du Globe yesterday announced a revolt in Spain. A telegraphic signal, improperly interpreted owing to the fog, was the cause of this error. There was no invasion. There is no war. Spain is at peace.
Danglars! Ah, you have seen the paper. You know what's happening.
Is that why you so magnanimously made good our losses? So that you could buy up our bonds?
But gentlemen, I've sold my bonds too, I swear it. You lie. I don't believe you, Danglars.
Danglars, do you know what you have cost me?
You've read the paper, I presume?
But gentlemen, you've lost nothing.
I lose when I do not make.
I want to know what this is all about.
I've made good every penny.
I demand to know. I will take the matter up with the Chamber. The Board of Governors.
Confess, Danglars. Confess, you are a scoundrel.
Be advised, Danglars. I am taking you to court. After me. I take him to court first. No, after me. On charges of false representation, mishandling of funds. Embezzlement.
I begin by withdrawing my account from this bank.
Yes, so will I, before the run begins. The run? If you can't trust the biggest banker in Paris, who can I shall go now at once. Cindy, come with me. I don't want to lose. And only hope that we shall get there in time. I'll do it.
Three. Albert. What a pleasant surprise, Albert.
I'm not here to exchange hypocritical expressions of politeness, but to demand an explanation.
For what, my dear boy?
All Paris buzzes with the story in the paper this morning. The one casting terrible aspersions on my father. On his integrity. On his military accomplishments. On his honor.
Yes.
It is in the Journal du Globe, the newspaper you so recently purchased.
You are in my home, Albert. I alone have the right to raise my voice here.
You are responsible for that story. Do you deny it?
No. I consider the glove thrown, Albert.
Tomorrow morning, sir. The Field of Mars. Dawn.
The Field of Mars.
Why?
would not kill my son.
He challenged me, madam.
And what would you expect from a proud son? The general is his father.
I had a father once.
Then you know how the boy feels. You can understand how zealous he is after the general's good name.
What general? My business is with a lieutenant I used to know.
What business?
Revenge, madam.
For what? For marrying the girl you loved. He does not deserve your vengeance. It was I. I was weak. I could bear my loneliness no longer. I married him because they told me you died in the Chateau d'If shortly after your arrest.
But why was I in the Chateau d'If? Why was I arrested?
I do not know.
I presume you recognize the hand?
How did you come by this?
With bribery, madam.
I cannot believe.
For 14 years, because of that letter, I lived in a dungeon of the Chateau d'If, so near to you. And I never knew that you'd married. Or that my father had died of hunger.
Oh, I did not know. We had moved away.
Ask me to forgive a man for stealing my love with a lover's deception. Very well, since you ask it, I forgive him that. Ask me to forgive him for stealing 14 years of my life. Very well, forgive him. But forgive him for destroying my father. Never, madam. Never.
In my dreams, I have seen you dead. Thrown to the bottom of one of those pits where jailers throw their dead prisoners. And I wake from this incessant dream with a cry, shuddering and cold.
Have you ever dreamed your father dead of hunger? Have you ever dreamed of the one you love giving her hand to a rival while you perish at the bottom of a pit?
Worse. I have seen him I loved on the point of murdering my son. Oh, Edmund, please. What good has it done for me to mourn for you eternally in the secret recesses of my heart? When I thought you dead, I should have died too. But foolishly I went on living, and for nearly 20 years compared all men to you and found them wanting. Missing you has been a day after day, year after year torment to me. And in all this time, my one consolation has been my son, my innocent son who should have been ours. Our son, Edmund.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
She told you.
Everything. I offer you my apologies, sir. You have every right to expose my father.
Providence again. I am the emissary of God. I've been spared to carry out his will.
General Mondego, this special committee of the House of Deputies is well aware of your illustrious past. We salute with profound respect the decorations you bear as testament to your extraordinary military career. It is then a great disturbance to this committee to read the revelations in the newspaper, Le Journal du Globe. Starting yesterday with a threat of disclosures, Le Journal du Globe continues today with a long list of definite accusations. It is written here, in the Greek War, when you were French emissary to the court of Ali Pasha, that you betrayed him to the Turks. It is written here...
Monsieur le Président, may I proceed immediately to my own defense?
Proceed, monsieur.
Document.
A signed letter from the Ali Pasha himself, reposing in me expressions of the utmost confidence. So complete was his faith in me that on his deathbed he resigned his wife and daughter to my care. His wife and daughter.
What happened to that wife and daughter?
I searched for them, Monsieur le Président. In the midst of the battle, my life was in constant danger, but I searched for them until I found them. They had been slaughtered by the enemy.
Can you produce testaments to the truth of what you have asserted?
Monsieur le Président, if the signed proof of Ali Pasha is not enough, I offer my word of honor as a French officer. Last but not least, this. You ask for witnesses of proof. I ask for a show of witnesses against me. What is the evidence? Some article in a scurrilous journal? Who gave these lies to this newspaper? Where is he? Let him come forth and throw a glove in my face.
Monsieur le Comte, your defense has a ring of validity. Your points well taken. You will therefore be gratified to learn the contents of this note I have just received, as follows. I was present at the death of Ali Pasha. I know what is become of the wife and the daughter. I claim the honor of being heard.
Who wrote those words?
The note is unsigned, sir, but the witness can be summoned on your approval. Only on your approval.
Let him appear.
Let him appear. Will you identify yourself, please?
I am the daughter of Ali Pasha. In front of you, sir, is a register of my birth and my baptism. There is also in that packet a record of the sale of my person and that of my mother.
The sale, you say?
A French officer sold us into slavery for the sum of 40,000 francs.
The name of that officer?
Fernand Mondego. You were trusted by my noble father. You were loved by him as a son. He entrusted you with the safe conduct of his wife and daughter. But you're a liar, a traitor, an assassin. Assassin! It was your sword that killed my father.
Monsieur le General, will you reply?
Lies. Lies. They're lies. You take the word of an infidel foreigner against the word of a general of the army of the king? The woman is an impostor.
Who is an impostor? She is truly the daughter of Ali Pasha. Those documents will prove it. They'll verify themselves soon enough. And when they are verified, General Mondego, Count of Mondego, hero of Yanina.
What is your connection with this woman?
Ask first, what is my connection with one named Edmond Dantes?
So, the light begins to break. Our sailor boy, back from the Isle of the Dead, huh? Insisting on his revenge and getting it, I begin to see, yes. Caderousse dead, Danglars dead, Villefort confined to an asylum. Is it my turn, Edmond?
It is.
You've done it exceedingly well, the way you expose us one by one. And then you strike. You ruin a man with exquisite finesse. But before you kick this dog to death, beware.
He barks.
Bites! Well, having ruined me, you now give me cause for revenge. I claim the right to send the dead back to the dead. Can you defend yourself, Edmond?
stare boldly in the dark.
Gentlemen, please! I beg you, please,
Don't say your prayers. You won't escape prison by the simple trick of dying. You'll serve your sentence in this world before you go to hell.
General Montego, you are under arrest.
Why is the house empty? Where is the Countess Mondego?
She has gone to Marseille.
When?
Yesterday.
Where are you traveling?
To Africa, to find my son and be near him. He's joined the army.
Albert, a soldier?
He wants to expiate his father's sins.
Let me join you on your voyage. I can be of help to you both.
My son would never permit that.
Once you said he should have been our son.
Should have been, yes. But he has a father, and he has his father's name. A name you so thoroughly destroyed.
That was simple justice, madam. And believe me, it brought me no joy. But now my task's accomplished. I've no particular place in the world, no strong desire in life, but to make amends where I've hurt the innocent.
Avenging angels may not ask forgiveness of their victims.
I am no longer the instrument of God. I've been plunged back into nothingness. I'm searching for something lost. My soul, myself. For Edmond Dantes.
You will never find him. He died a long time ago in the Chateau d'If. And much of me is buried with him. But I celebrate the Count of Monte Cristo's return to the world of men. And I wish for him, from the depths of my heart, that he will find the peace for which he yearns.
But never. Never will he find that perfect love, which two young people lost. Irretrievably lost so many, many years ago. Bon voyage, Countess Mondego.
Goodbye, Count.